Another day, another story. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. I cannot teach anybody anything, I can only make them think. Be as you wish to seem. True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing. The unexamined life is not worth living. To find yourself, think for yourself. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. I know that I am intelligent, because I know that I know nothing. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. The mind is everything, what you think you become. By all means marry. If you get a good wife, you'll become happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher. It is not living that matters, but living rightly. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. The shortest and surest way to live with honor in the world, is to be in reality what we would appear to be. All human virtues increase and strengthen themselves by the practice and experience of them. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. Know thyself. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when thou art in, continue firm and constant. I was really too honest a man to be a politician and live. The greatest blessing granted to mankind come by way of madness, which is a divine gift. The end of life is to be like God, and the soul following God will be like him. I am not an Athenian or a Greek, but a citizen of the world. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings, so that you shall come easily by what others have labored hard for. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. There is no possession more valuable than a good and faithful friend. As for me, all I know is that I know nothing. One thing only I know, and that is that I know nothing. The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. Wisdom begins in wonder. There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. Prefer knowledge to wealth, for the one is transitory, the other perpetual. The really important thing is not to live, but to live well. And to live well meant, along with more enjoyable things in life, to live according to your principles. The beginning of wisdom is a definition of terms. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. If you want to be a good saddler, saddle the worst horse, for if you can tame one, you can tame all. I know nothing except the fact of my ignorance. Remember, no human condition is ever permanent. Then you will not be overjoyed in good fortune nor too scornful in misfortune. It is better to change an opinion than to persist in a wrong one. Strong minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, Weak minds discuss people. The only thing I know is that I know nothing. The hardest thing to do is to be true to yourself, especially when everybody is watching. Let him that would move the world first move himself. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings. Acquire the wisdom of life, and enrich your existence.